To lower your voice, nowhere to go. Tune in for the infamous morning show, giving the news that you need to know. So don't you dare miss a wake-up call. Then in the evening, I got all for y'all. Get your dose of daily vitamins. You know the queen makes it make sense. So true.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Okay, I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and I have another update on the Nolan Wells case. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Now, you all remember a few days ago, I reported to you how Jayvon had just gone in on people for lying on his name. Okay, and I also told you all that, I felt that they were going to try to blame it on Jayvon. Okay, so with that all been said, well, clearly he and his mother are both fed up because his mother came out and had some things to say, but also text messages have come out, okay, between Nolan's mother and I do believe Warren. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to hit that like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Now, before I get started, actually, let me just have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, with that all being said, don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find her amazing products at Walmart. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get ready to get into it. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Here we go. Now I'm going to play for you these videos. Now, the first one includes the text messages that have been released.
And Warren, that can answer a lot of questions. And I need you to, I'm going to go through these text messages one by one. You tell me, does it look like somebody like Warren is trying to hide something, or does it look like he's being a true friend? Now, first of all, I thought that Nolan's dad showed up unannounced as the way, Warren and them told the story. Here's a text message, July 5th, 2 in the morning. Nolan's dad is out the house to pick up the key. Remember, he was trying to get the key from Jax. He said Jax couldn't find it, or it was taking forever. Then somebody else found it, and he didn't trust Jax after that. So then here's the next one. That day in the afternoon, hey, Warren, what kind of sunglasses did Nolan wear? I'm pretty sure Ray-Bans, Mrs. Christine. This is Warren. Then Warren says, hey, Mrs. Christine, just wanted to check in. We went out this morning to look, and I've been on and off the phone with Jackson County Sheriff's Office today. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. She says, thank you. Warren says, we are all praying for your family. We appreciate it. Then it gets deeper. Now, right here, she asked Warren what boat he was on or what boat Nolan was on. He says, Nolan went out on the 22 Triton offshore, and I was on the 24 tie line. I ain't heard much about the 24 tie line. On the way out, we were on separate boats. I went back on the Triton DMR, and the sheriff's office has all this information. Then if you look again, Monday, July 6th, 1:37 p.m., hey, Warren, can you collect any of Nolan's items left at Jack's house? So it was still items after her father went there? I don't know. Then here's Warren.
Now, see, that's what I was wondering about. I had wondered what happened to the rest of Nolan's belongings because if he spent the night, I knew he took toothbrush, changes of clothes, different things, and other personal items other than just his car keys and the car. Okay.
Again, good morning, Miss Christine. I just wanted to let you know that my family and I have been praying for you and your family. Nolan was one of my best friends since we were in 8th grade together. You and Mr. Elmore raised one of the best men I've ever met. I wish I could be there today, but I would never want to take the attention off of your family and Nolan and be a distraction. Thank you for being the best parents that Nolan could have had. This was the day of the funeral, that Monday. Now, these are cut off. I want to know the full message up here, because this is where it seemed like it got a little spicy. It appears Miss Christine, Nolan's mom, said exactly where you saw him last. I'm sorry I am asking you to repeat this. 3 p.m. West Tip, north side of Horn Island. Where did you guys launch for him? He sent the location. And I don't know why this is blurred out. We launched the boats yesterday evening and left from here this morning. As the Wells family searches for answers and Warren and them trying to say that they had nothing to do with it and don't know anything, we are trying to find out what is true. But we do know a lot has been misinformed, a lot of misinformation, and I don't like it. Make sure you stay tuned for more details. Justice for Nolan Wells.
You know, what I find very interesting is the fact that Warren released those text messages thinking that's going to make him look like he's so sweet and innocent, like he's not lying and hiding anything. But why do some of them appear to be altered? Okay, at the end of the day, we've already heard too many inconsistencies in his story. We've seen him tell lies. At the end of the day, I don't believe anything he says. Okay, there's nothing that's going to change the fact that he didn't show any empathy, sympathy, remorse, or any of those things when he was talking about Nolan. He didn't act like a best friend or a brother, someone who loved this person as he claims. Okay, he didn't show any of that. And to be going out there to Horn Island, putting a wreath out there after the fact of everyone going in about how he didn't seem to really care about Nolan as he wanted us to think. Well, that's all, just like I said, damage control. Okay, that's all that is. And for as far as I'm concerned, I'm not impressed by the text messages at all. Okay, yeah, so you claim you were trying to help or trying to give her information, but the fact of the matter is, he didn't say anything about even having Nolan's phone until he found out that his mom was trying to track him. Okay, so full of BS. All of these young men, in my opinion, are just full of BS. Okay, him, Trayson, Jax, okay, Morgan. Let's not forget how they were sitting up there laughing, Morgan specifically, okay, almost burst out into laughter when he said we loved him dearly because he knew it was all BS, okay? First of all, who talks like that at their age? We loved him dearly. So, I'm not impressed by anything that any of them say and do at this point. They need to be locked up as far as I'm concerned because I absolutely think they all know exactly what happened to Nolan and they all have decided, in my opinion, to cover it all up. Now, that's just my own speculation. I can't prove any of it, but at the end of the day, I'm not impressed by him putting out some text messages, okay, in the 11th hour, when we now have heard that the DA is investigating this as a criminal investigation, not just an accidental drowning with nothing to see here, folks. Okay, yeah, everybody's scrambling. Everybody's scrambling, and I'm so glad that Tashima and Jayvon have called them out on their lies and BS. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention.
And they sent me to his house, which that boat had never even been in the water. Wyatt did. I never even really talked to Warren. The whole time I was in the house, I spoke with Wyatt. Wyatt is the one who had the phone that supposedly was in his truck or whoever. But Wyatt is who I talked to. I never talked to Warren. I'm not sure why Warren is doing that. But I turned the camera around directly on Wyatt and told my sister. Outside somewhere. They said it was in the truck. I'm not sure where it was at. It took them at least 15 minutes to bring me the phone. By this time, the boys will start, because Wyatt started getting jazzy at the mouth. So my son, Jaylen, was like, hey, you better watch your tone. Like, don't get smart, my mama.
Right.
Because we trying to see what Nolan, because we trying to figure out why y'all see y'all ass up here chilling and Nolan missing. So that's when I asked again, where's the phone? She's gone. That's when he told me she was going to get it. I said, oh, she must have to go back to Horn Island truck outside. Now, mind you, we had to pass all the cars to walk in the house. It's just it's a bunch of lies. I don't feel the need to Like I said, when they go to the mentioning Jayvon, I'm going to say and stand up behind mine every single time. As far as me and that nudge shit, I don't feel the need to explain anything to any of y'all.
Okay, and she said what she said. All right. And pay attention, her story didn't change. That's exactly what she said in that interview when her and Jayvon were there. Okay, she said that it took them about 15 to 20 minutes to go get the phone. And she said, well, where did they have to go get it? From Horn Island? She said the exact same thing. See how her story is consistent, unlike Warren and some of the others that have spoken? Okay, please pay attention.
TMZ's sudden heel turn when it comes to the Nolan Wells coverage is very much expected. I'm not surprised after the public backlash, Harvey had to step down for one stream, because we all smelled the bullshit from a mile away. But yet TMZ still decided to try to run cover for these men. I'm not going to be calling them boys, they're men. We have to stop infantilizing these monsters. We need to get to a point where we realize that our media is compromised now. All the big media corporations right now are owned by billionaires. Even this app is owned by the Ellisons. That's one of the main reasons you're seeing a spike in racism and transphobia and all the other isms that you could possibly think of. Be cognizant of the fact that the midterms are right.
Well, here's the thing. We already know that people want to silence this story, don't want us talking about it and all of that. And at the end of the day, it just is what it is. It makes me feel like absolutely the things that we're finding out must have some credibility to them, because why are they trying to silence people? Jay Megan's channel, her main channel on TikTok, is now gone. Okay, it was banned. Okay, I meant to tell you all that earlier. So they're really, and I told you all, I keep getting these community guideline strikes. Other people are doing the same thing just for telling the story. Just for, even if you just report what they're reporting. Okay, it doesn't even matter. But so that just leads me to further think that a lot of these things that are coming out, they're worried and concerned about it. And why? If everyone's telling the truth and nothing's, everything's on the up and up, no one should have anything to worry about, right? Please pay attention.
Around the corner, so they want us divided. TMZ has always been a digital rag magazine. That's one of the main reasons why when they sent me the email to be a part of their panel online, I didn't respond. Because I'll be damned if they try to misconstrue my words and try to make it seem like we're all crazy for trying to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. I honestly wish more content creators did have integrity, but clout is a hell of a drug. I haven't forgotten how TMZ hounded Amy Winehouse into her grave, exploited Lindsay Lohan, or many of the other things that just wound up being a net negative for society.
Okay, at the end of the day, okay, I don't fool with them. They've just done too much. And then the other day, it seemed like they were trying to backpedal, like I told you all. All of a sudden, they were questioning certain things, and certain things didn't sound right, didn't add up, and all this. But meanwhile, in between time, they had always been on the other side of the fence. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this. I want you all to drop me a comment, let me know what you think. What do you all think about the text messages that have found? What do you think about Tashima calling out the lies, her and Jayvon? I'm glad they are, because I absolutely think that they had every intention of trying to somehow figure out a way where they can blame this all on Jayvon. Okay, please pay attention. And then, like I said, Warren sitting there talking about, oh, I was the first one to call Miss Christine, but you had to get the number from Jayvon. Okay, let's not forget that. Talking about Jayvon didn't do it, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Miss us with the BS. Okay, so anyway, until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.